Hi, I'm Deb Gemmell of Debgemmellmods, and I'm just gonna give this a shot. I got all ready to do my video and then realized that my t-shirt was on backwards. So it's been that kind of week. So we're gonna talk a lot about knitting and some other things I've kind of been dipping into with mixed results. But I do have a finished object. My Just For You V finally has sleeves. There they are, look at that. Sleeve, sleeve, and none of the ends are sewn in. But it's blocked and it's almost dry, and I am gonna get a lot of wear out of this. I'm very excited about it. This is knit in waxwing fingering, and oh my god, fingering sweaters are so lovely to wear but take so long to make. So I'm very happy that this one is done, and I just have to sew the ends in, and I think I can take it out in a couple weeks when it cools down. I'll be able to wear it. So I'm very happy with that. I will be putting a new photo on the pattern, which is already out, and it's a free pattern. So knit in any gauge that you want. Now the second sweater in the Just For You V is this one, which a lot of people really like the pattern, and it's with twisted stitches, and I really love it. Again, fingering. This is a Shell Ridge 80/20 fingering, and I have the body done, and that's about as far as I got. And I think the sleeves are probably gonna take me till Christmas to get done. But there it is, and it's been folded up. It shouldn't do that, but anyway, you get the idea. There's the pattern on the front. So I'm happy with that. I have also blocked this, and it fits very well, so I'm very happy with it. And I did a video on how I did the twisted stitches, which are slightly raised, and I have a video for that. If you go to YouTube, Deb Gemmell 435, it's there. So I also did the pattern down the side. Where am I here? Here we are, down the side, under the arm, which just meant less stocking stitch, round and round and round, which makes me happy, but is a modification and not anything you have to do. This is the modified, this is under the modified modification pages, mods pages, because this is a pattern that's in the back of the pattern. And you can see here, I did hip shaping, which suits my figure. Get rid of that. There, which you can see quite plainly, and that's why it fits me really well, because that's how my figure goes. And that's in the mods pages also. So I'm really happy with those. I feel really restless and kind of skittering around a little bit, and I actually wrote a list of things that I'm knitting and things I have to do. And there it is. I don't know if that's backwards or not, but the photos for the V is there. And then you might see sleeves, sleeves, sleeves. That would be it. Knitting sleeves is not my favorite thing, and I have 3 sets of sleeves to knit, which explains me running around with, this is like a form of procrastination, quite frankly, because I really don't want to knit them. But anyway, I need to finish them. I'm very much a process knitter, and getting to that final to be done, I find, is a real push. So one of the set of sleeves is, what are the other two? Oh yeah, the green sleeves, the sleeves on the other Just For You V is the first set of sleeves. This is the second set of sleeves. So I knit this quite some time ago. This is a Lunenburg for my son-in-law. And I measured him, and he wants a 39-inch sweater. So I knit it a long line, like I thought I was close, and then I blocked it and I lost. Like, this is really long, really, really, really long. And I'm not even close yet. I think I'm at 36 now. And I did the ribbing and everything, and then I blocked it and I lost like 5 inches. Because the difference between when I knit and when I block it is almost a stitch in every inch. And that's a lot. So now I'm knitting the new section down here. Oh, here we are. Down here, and even longer. And then I'm gonna do the ribbing again, and I think that'll be it. So that's another set of sleeves. Now, I'm 5 feet tall, and I knit generally a 22-inch length. That's the length I like. And 26 inches is kind of standard for women, and way too long for me. Now, my son-in-law is 5'11". So, and he has short legs. He has a very long torso. So I looked up, the average man's sweater is like 28, 29 inches long. And then he has a really long torso, like shorter legs and a long torso. So I guess that's why he wants it really long. I knit him another sweater, and I knit it 4 inches longer than average. This will be quite a bit longer. So I think before I do the ribbing, I will block it again, and I will take it over and try it on him because I can't believe that he wants it that long. 39 inches is like almost to my knees. But I'm very short. And he's not overly tall, but on the taller side. So this is the way things have been going for me. Like, knit it, rip it back, knit it, rip it back. This is not the only thing that I did that I'm doing that with. So I will have to, Thanksgiving we're going, which is in another week and a half or something like that. 2 weeks. So Thanksgiving I will get a try on with that. So what else have I been working on that you might have seen? So here is my reversible ribbon shawl, or wrap. So here we are. So here it is, coming up. Here we are. There we go. There. It's almost long enough to go once around and down. So let me put that down. Okay, so here we go. It starts over here, and there's a blue triangle, and then I go into the hunter green. So this is triangle 1. This is the reversible thing, doing the eyelets. Make it reversible. It looks the same on both sides, which I'm totally thrilled about. So there's triangle 1, and then this is, where are we? That's triangle 1. This is triangle 2 from here to here. This is triangle 2. Every triangle starts with the blue part and then goes into the dark green. So this is triangle 2. I can actually see through the holes. And then this is triangle 3, and I added a color. So I added the lime green because I thought it needed a little bit of a lift. So this is triangle 3. And then this is oh, is that 4? Wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is 4, where I made the lime a little wider. Oh, and this is triangle 5. There's triangle 5 that I started. Yeah. So it's about 13 inches deep, and each triangle, I guess, is more or less the same, 13 inches wide. So that would be around 5 feet, I guess. Is that right? 5 triangles. So I will do this blue triangle until I hit this marker, and then I will switch to lime green. I'm going to make the lime wider each time. That will be green, and then that'll be the hunter green at the end. So I'm pretty happy with this, how it looks, and that it's totally reversible. There, totally reversible. And my coat is this color, and it's not my favorite color, but I broke the zipper on my good winter coat, and I know it costs a lot to get a replacement zipper done. So I thought I would go to the thrift store, and I bought a coat for 10 bucks. So it's this color, not my favorite color, but it has a really sturdy zipper. It has big pockets, which I wanted, and I need a big hood because where I live it's really windy, and it almost always comes from the side, the way that I walk downtown. So I need something that comes this way. Even though I wear a really thick wool hat, I just need that extra big hood, and it came in not a great color for me, but what can you do? I'm pretty happy with it, and it does the trick. So I'm going to wear this scarf to kind of brighten it up with the blue and the lime green. There, and this is a lot of garter stitch knitting, and easy TV knitting. So I should have this done in a little while. While I contemplate knitting sleeves. So I'm thinking I'll get the sweater gray sleeves done for my son-in-law for Christmas. That still gives me, you know, a month and a half. So there you go. So what else do I have here? Oh, so because I'm very restless and I'm all over the place, so of course I cast on another project. So a friend of my daughter's had a baby, so I thought I would take the chance to knit this pattern, which is one of mine. It's called knit a V, and this little garter stitch sweater. But do you see the V here? This is one of the first any gauge, or it's actually gauge free. One of the first gauge free sweaters that I tried designing, and it has this little V. Can you see that little V at the bottom, which I never really liked, and I showed it to my daughter and she didn't like it either. So there's an adult version of this which doesn't have the V, which I will tell you what I did there. So I decided I would do another version of this, and I'm calling it Knit a Better V. So here it is, partially done. Can I show you this? There it is. So it's squared off at the bottom. So I'm really happy with that. So the way this works is you start at the back up here and you do this first V like that until this width is the width you need for the size you're knitting. So I'm knitting a 6 to 9 inch sweater, or 6 to 9 month sweater. I figured the baby's like almost a month old, so you know that'll be December, middle of winter. Anyway, so the difference is that in the first one, you increased on either side of the center marker, like you do for a shawl, like you do for a V triangle shawl, like that. And it produces a V at the bottom, like the bottom of your shawl. So in order to square it off at the bottom, I set it up so that you move the center increases further and further apart. And there's still a center marker, but you start a couple stitches before the center marker increase, slip the center marker, maybe knit 2 stitches, increase, and then every time it's further and further, can you see that? Further and further apart, which takes away that pointy V at the bottom. So you start here, you do a V for 6 to 9 months is 4 inches across, so you knit until this little triangle here, your little shawl triangle, is 4 inches across, and then you start increasing, increasing further apart every so often, and you're decreasing at the sides. So your stitch count stays exactly the same. Excuse the hoarse voice, it's hay fever season, so this is me. So here we go. And you knit it for the length of the cardigan, which for me was, I think, 12 inches for a 6 to 9 month old baby. And then you do a front piece and you start at the number of stitches you had at the bottom of your first triangle here, and then you add for the button band. So you do the same thing, work your increases further and further up away from, which would be the center back, which is here. And I did a chart for all of that. So there you go. So there's the front with some buttonholes. And then you knit the opposite one, So there you are, you have the back. I did them in different colors to use up some oddballs, but also to show what the different parts are. So here's the back, here's the 2 fronts. So that's all you would have done. And then you, where are we here? Then you pick up along the back, cast on some stitches, and along the front, and you, there. And then you knit to, I tell you how much to knit, 3 inches in my case, 3 inches, which will give me the width of the sweater that I need. There we go. I still don't know how many stitches I have. It doesn't matter. And then you put a series of stitches here on a spare yarn, there. And then you start your sleeve and you knit a couple inches and then you decrease and then you do the cuff. Now, I did the other side in navy. And guess what? I ran out of yarn. So I started with the yellow, another color, but that shows the sleeve part. So now I have to go back to this. This is my move forward step, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. I got to rip this back to here, and then knit another yellow sleeve. So then once you've done that, there, you fold it up and you do a 3 needle bind off here to attach the sides. And that's what I have to do over here. Over here I have to do the 3 needle bind off, and then I will have to garter stitch sew my sleeves together. But that's what it'll look like. So I am excited about seeing this finished. So there we are. There. Oh, I'm not having much luck here. Here. There we go. So it looks like this. There. Anyway, so that's another project that I'm working on. And for some reason, I feel like I'm in a real hurry to get this done. And it's 6 months. Like I have 5 more months to knit this. Like the baby won't even be close to 6 months old. But anyway, I will pass it along. And that was kind of fun to do. So what I did was I took the directions from the adult size and I applied it to the child size, which goes from preemies to 8 years old, and did it in many different colors. So that's kind of fun. There you go. So you can see that this takes away that. Yeah, that's a trick to take the directions from one pattern and try to fit them in to another pattern. So I hope that I didn't make any colossal mistakes, but I will be putting this out for free again when I get a finished picture, because I need to put some nice finished pictures in the pattern, because I have pictures all the way along for you to follow, because it you know, it's a little bit different construction. So that's another knitting project that I'm working on. And is that enough? Like, how many is that? 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, the shawl, 4, 5. Yeah, too many. So then, because I'm restless and a bit of a jitterbug these days, I went to I decided on 2 more things. So I went to 2 different retreats this year. I went to the Elliott Lake Sheep to Shawl, they called it, which was really about in Elliott Lake, that the Elliott Lake Arts Club put on, and it was 5 days, and it was mostly about preparing fleece, carding, spinning, dyeing, and then I gave everybody a shawl pattern that they could knit, but all we got done was a very tiny bit. So I have been trying to spin. Yeah, here it is. Not to, and then like it totally went haywire on me. Like it's bad enough there, but like this is really bad. So I don't know what happened. So I thought I would start my day spinning, and this has turned out not to be a good thing, because like either it's, I don't know what I'm doing. Like this is totally over twisted, and then this stuff is not twisted enough, and then somehow I was playing between the tension and my treadling, and like, yeah, I don't know what this is. I have no idea what I'm doing. So probably not a good thing to do first thing in the morning, because it's like somewhat, there it goes, and then like I don't know what happened. I'm having some problems with getting it to feed onto the bobbin, and over twisting. So obviously I went the other way, and I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, there I am, giving this a shot, and maybe not first thing in the morning, because like starting first thing in the morning going, oh my God, I'm so frustrated. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, look at this. I don't even know what's happening here. Anyway, that's a new venture for me. And not going extremely well, but I was told it would take at least a year to kind of get somewhere where I thought I had something I might be able to use. And yeah, we'll see. I'm hanging in for a little bit anyway. So the other retreat I went to was just a weekend before last or something. Anyway, a weekend away in outside of Sudbury. I have been going to this retreat since I was the speaker the first year in 2008. And except for the COVID years, I have only missed 2 since then. I go as a participant now, and it's lots of fun. So last year, 2 years ago, I didn't go last year. So I think 2 years ago, we had someone come in and teach us crocheting a basket. Now, I didn't make a basket because I knew very well that I would never get a basket finished. I had to do something I would actually finish in the afternoon while I was there. So I crocheted a tea cozy, which I use all the time. So I thought I would try to knit another one, and I couldn't remember anything. I don't crochet regularly, and the first crochet class I took was from Carol at the retreat. She's a lovely crocheter, and I did the number of stitches with the hook she said, and we're making a hat. And my hat was so small, it would not even have gone over a toilet roll. It was so small. And she's saying, oh, you must have done something wrong. You have the wrong stitch count. I said, no, I have the right stitch count. To get anything close to a hat, I had to go up 3 hook sizes to crochet a hat. She couldn't believe it. I'm a really loose knitter and so tight when I crochet. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the difference is. But anyway, so I went knowing Carol would probably be there. I said, I want to do another one. Help me out here. So we got started, and I have it over there. But anyway, so when I got home, I thought, I think I want to knit in different colors. So I started again, and it's pretty good. So here it is. There, so that's the start of my tea cozy. And I did increases in 6 places. You can see where they are, 6 places. And she walked me through how to set it up. So that's all good. And you use a big hook, and you use several skeins of yarn, and you want it to be fairly tight because the tea cozy has to sort of stand up on its own. Now, I don't, as you can see, I don't go under the 2 legs of the stitch to do my single crochet because I actually can't get in it. And I can't seem to loosen up. So I have been going in 1 leg, which is how you get these, and I'm okay with that. I can get in 1 leg. So I'm going in the top leg, this top leg up here, because I can get in, and because I crochet really tightly, that's what I've come to. I can do this. Now that I've got this much done, I'm pretty sure it's huge. So I think, once again, I am going to have to go rivet back. So here I used an Aran and a Sport. The Sport is multicolored and the Aran is this dark green color. Can you see that there? Put it in front of my face. There. So then I thought I would use 3 sports. So I'm really happy with this. I don't know, can you see the coloring? So I'm really happy with that. That's 3 sports weights. So I have this color. This color was in with that dark green. This is lichen and lace, a rustic sport. So that's one. And then I'm using this, which is Briggs & Little Light and Fancy Soft Spun, which is a sports weight hand dyed. So those 2 together. And then I'm using this Lichen and Lace Rainbow, which I think is what makes the difference. Here we are. There. So I'm really happy with that. I'm happy with the amount of stiffness. And I'm really happy with the little pops of pink and gold and that are in there. So I think I'm gonna rip it. I know where I started. I'm gonna rip it back a little bit and knit, so that'll be there. And then the straight part will be in this 3 sports weight. And it's pretty solid, but that's okay. It'll stand all by itself. And I'll put a little loop on the top. And, and I don't know, this is a new venture for me, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Again, no hurry, but it's a little diversion from sleeve knitting. And so I have my frustrating project, and I have this one, which will be okay once, like, I'll just pull it back and then I'll just be doing single crochet round and round and round. So then it'll just be to get to the height that I need. And then I have my other projects. Where's my list? I have my other projects. Yeah. So there's my list again. So I'm getting there. And then I was, someone was saying you could join this make along that's for taking a something special and knitting with that. Let me just get this there. So I haven't started that. And that's, I thought I would add that to my list of things. I think what I'm looking for is something that I have to pay attention to instead of plain stocking stitch. So my shawl is garter stitch. I have the green sleeves, the gray sleeves. What's in here? Oh, and the baby sweater, which is also all garter stitch. So all I'm doing is knitting, which is great for TV, but I'm getting a little bored. So I need to do something kind of, I thought that was a good idea to take a special ball. So this is something I bought at the Algoma Fibre Day, I think, which is in, I think it's called Deborah in east of Sault Ste. Marie. So that's in August. So this is a small mill and it's alpaca, which is sort of, I haven't used alpaca, so this is sort of new to me, but oh, it's so gorgeously soft. It has tencel in it, so I'm assuming that's in it to kind of make it sturdier. And I think I will knit a shawl because it will be beautiful to wear. And I'm trying to decide whether to add mohair to it or not. I think I will, only because I don't want another 3.25 millimeter needle project. I'm kind of looking for something a little heavier and quicker. And then what I will do is put a bunch of lace in it. So that'll give me, yeah, something to pay attention to. So, yeah. So I'm adding that to the list. and I'm looking for, I have a shawl workshop, which I set up for myself. I did several classes in it. So I think I will do it with that, and then I'll be looking for lace patterns to put into it. So if you're looking to knit a shawl this fall, I will put that up. I have several shawls that I have already knit from this workshop, so I will add those to the front of it while I'm knitting this one. It's a workshop that I did at one of our cabin fever retreats several years ago. So that's added to my list. So I think I have 7 things and 4 sleeves. No, 6 sleeves. Oh my God, too many sleeves. So this will be a bit of a diversion, and my crochet and my frustrating spinning. So I think that's where I am these days. I hope that your knitting is going a little better than this, because mine is forward and backwards, all of it. So we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.